Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the most captivating and complex stories emerging from behind the velvet curtain of the British royal family. Today's episode takes us into a story that's both quietly strategic and deeply emotional, a narrative that revolves around two royal sisters navigating the aftermath of one of the most consequential family crises of modern monarchy. We're talking about Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, the daughters of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, who have chosen a moment of calculated retreat just as the pressure on their family reaches a breaking point. But what makes this retreat fascinating is not the act of leaving, it's the meaning behind their silence, the message within their absence, and the power of distance in an age where every royal move is dissected in real time. So before we delve into this compelling royal chronicle, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, because what you're about to hear reveals how two princesses have turned discretion into a weapon of survival within one of the world's most scrutinized families. To truly understand the motivations behind Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie's recent departures, we must first step back and grasp the enormity of the storm swirling around their family. The catalyst, of course, is Prince Andrew's latest decision, a monumental concession to the crown and the public. After months of discussions with King Charles and other senior royals, the Duke of York formally announced that he would relinquish his remaining public duties, titles, and honors. This announcement, while diplomatically phrased, marked a symbolic end to his royal career and a clear acknowledgement that the ongoing allegations and controversies surrounding him were too corrosive to the institution's reputation. Yet, alongside this public surrender came a private insistence. Andrew continues to deny the allegations that have haunted his name. This dual-stance public retreat but personal defiance has created a volatile mixture of sympathy, suspicion, and relentless media focus, and caught in the emotional crossfire of it all are his two daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie. Both women have long walked the delicate line between public duty and private life, but now, under the heavy shadow of their father's downfall, that line has become almost impossible to navigate. Their recent absence from Britain is not coincidence, it's strategy. Their exits came precisely as their father's decision became public, signaling a deliberate move to distance themselves physically, emotionally, and publicly from the epicenter of scandal. For Beatrice and Eugenie, silence is no longer passive, it's a calculated act of self-preservation. Princess Beatrice, the elder of the two at 37, chose a path that blended subtle diplomacy with professional sophistication. She traveled to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, to attend the Future Investment Initiative, often called Davos in the desert. This global summit attracts some of the most influential leaders, innovators, and policymakers in the world. Beatrice's appearance there was not just a matter of personal interest, it was a statement. In a time when her family name is associated with turmoil, she chose to align herself with discussions of innovation, sustainability, and finance. This move cleverly redirects the narrative from royal scandal to royal intellect. Photographs of her alongside podcast host Sunil Sharma confirmed her presence, and though she kept a low public profile, her participation did not go unnoticed. It was the perfect balancing act, visible enough to remind the world of her professionalism, yet distant enough to avoid the glare of British tabloids. Her husband, Eduardo Mapelli Mozzi, a successful property developer, is believed to have been by her side, providing both personal support and symbolic stability. Together, their presence at such an event underscored a quiet but deliberate message. The next generation of Yorks is focused on progress, not controversy. Meanwhile, Princess Eugenie, aged 35 and mother of two, opted for a very different form of escape, one rooted not in global diplomacy but in personal renewal. She traveled to Paris with two close friends for what appeared to be a much-needed girls' trip. The timing was impeccable. As London buzzed with news of her father's relinquished honors, Eugenie was seen in photographs smiling beneath the bright autumn skies of the French capital, with the Eiffel Tower standing proudly in the background. It was a rare moment of unguarded joy, a glimpse into a royal life momentarily unburdened by scandal. For Eugenie, this trip was more than leisure, it was emotional survival. Her brief getaway offered a sense of normalcy, friendship, and freedom from the constant scrutiny that defines royal existence. In that single snapshot, she reminded the world that behind the titles and the tabloids are women striving to live with grace under relentless pressure. Their twin decisions to withdraw from public view reached a defining moment when both sisters chose to skip one of London's most anticipated society events, the inaugural Pink Ball at the British Museum. Held on October 18th, the gala drew the city's elite and philanthropic figures, and under normal circumstances, the princesses would have been natural guests. But their absence spoke louder than any appearance could. Attending would have inevitably shifted the focus from charity to controversy, turning a night of fundraising into a media circus. By staying away, they deprived tabloids of the photos and quotes that would have reignited the royal storm. Their non-attendance was not avoidance, it was an act of quiet control, proving that sometimes the most powerful statement is made by saying nothing at all. But the sisters' retreat was never meant to be permanent. Shortly afterward, Princess Beatrice made a cautious return to public life, attending a low-profile charity event with her husband. The event itself was modest, but its symbolism was profound. It marked her gradual re-entry into royal adjacent duties under strictly managed conditions. By returning on her own terms in a smaller setting, she demonstrated both awareness and resilience, showing that she could continue her philanthropic work without feeding the tabloid frenzy. Her husband's presence added a reassuring layer of normalcy, subtly shifting the public's perception from daughter of scandal to wife, mother, and professional woman. This entire sequence, the professional diplomacy in Riyadh, the emotional reset in Paris, and the deliberate silence during the London gala, illustrates how Beatrice and Eugenie are mastering the art of modern royal survival. They are neither full-time working royals nor detached socialites. They exist in a complex in-between space where every choice is magnified and every misstep amplified. Their approach reflects a deep understanding of how reputation is managed in the digital age. When words can be twisted and appearances can be weaponized, the smartest move is often to disappear, recalibrate, and let the noise fade. Their actions also shed light on the shifting dynamics within the royal institution. King Charles's decision to draw a line under his brother's public life was an act of necessity, but it inevitably created collateral consequences for Andrew's daughters. The York sisters now find themselves straddling two realities, part of the royal family by blood, yet distanced from its core by association. And yet their response has been remarkably composed. Rather than making public statements or seeking sympathy, they've chosen dignity and quiet resolve. In the end, their story isn't just about retreat, it's about resilience. It's about two women redefining what it means to carry a royal name in an era of accountability and judgment. While their father's reputation may remain entangled in controversy, Beatrice and Eugenie are writing a different kind of legacy, one built not on grandeur but on grace under fire. So what do you think about their decision to step away during this crucial moment? Was it the right move to protect their image and their family, or should they have stayed in the public eye to show strength and solidarity? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the royal world, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more in-depth royal analysis, and ring that bell so you never miss our next exclusive report. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay tuned as we continue to uncover the untold stories and quiet power plays behind the British monarchy.